It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. What's going on, Sydney?
Nothing much. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you are here. We got you covered with a jam-packed show. We got you covered with the hot headlines, the hot report, and a local barber, NCCU barber, who actually won an award yesterday. Sin the Barber will be here live in studio to talk about his journey of being an entrepreneur and a barber here at NCCU. It is what it is. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. But first, we're going to start the show off with some positivity. As we do every day, in a segment called the Hot Spotlight. So this is where we highlight someone doing something positive. It doesn't just have to be here at NCCU. It could be your mom, it could be your parents. It doesn't matter. So start the show off with some positivity. The Hot Spotlight is next. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. What's going on, Sydney? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
You're doing well. That's good. I started the show with some some positivity, as we do all the time. In the segment I called the Hot Spotlight. So today, my Hot Spotlight goes to Amber Wilson Demon Browno. Amber is a 17-year-old South Carolina senior who made history at her high school for being the first black homecoming queen in her 155-year history, in the school's 155-year history. She says it's important for younger children to see themselves represented in the homecoming court. And then we have audio from her about her story from GMA. Here it is.
The most important part of me winning Homecoming Queen is that nobody questioned my win. And it felt amazing to hear younger children, older people giving me congratulations, and they made me feel like I belonged. I am the first to have won. However, there have been other Black girls who have been a part of the court, but I am lucky enough to say that I have been the first African American to win the title of Homecoming Queen. My parents, they were so overjoyed. They were so happy. My mom typically doesn't cry, but you can see the tears forming out of her eyes when I won. Being the first African American homecoming queen means that children get to look at me and see themselves in me. It's so important that they see that representation and know that anything is attainable for them. To my younger self, I would tell her that your Blackness is your pride. I would want myself to feel confident in anything I do and anybody else to know that regardless of your race, it's the content of your character that matters, and how you show up is everything to you.
Major props to her, to Amber, because that's a lot of history. We love Black excellence, right, Sydney?
We love it.
We love it. Okay, so who's gonna get your hot spotlight?
Okay, so today my hot spotlight goes to Olivia Worthy. She is the vice president for SAME Club here, and SAME is Science African American Majors Evolving. So it enriches the experience of female students in the sciences through scholarship, leadership, and fellowship. So I just wanted to acknowledge her leadership of this club here at NCCU. Major
props to her, and science, STEM majors are very important in our society. So it's important for her to do that, and props to her. If you want to give somebody the credit they deserve for being great, give us a call, 919-530-7449. That is the number. Up next, we got the hot headlines. It is what it is. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. What's going on, Sydney? How you doing?
Pretty in paid.
Today it's October 25th. It's the week before homecoming, and enough of that. It's time to get into these hot headlines. Here we go. The news. Here we go.
All right.
We're gonna go there. Well, it is What's Hot with Shimei Cook, so we go there all the time. Okay.
These are the stories heating up in the news.
Someone is not doing their job correctly because this is blasphemous. I'm sorry.
This is Hot Headlines.
Here.
Allegedly.
Okay.
On What's Hot.
All right, it's the hot headlines. Let's get into these hot headlines. So, holiday food prices forecast for Thanksgiving are expected to be lower than last year. So, with 1 month until Thanksgiving, and the start of the winter holiday season, Americans are already eyeing grocery prices to see how much they are going to spend. We have audio from ABC News. Here's the audio.
It's just 1 month till Thanksgiving, and this morning experts say it's a smart idea to start making shopping plans for your holiday feast. With your budget in mind, inflation is curbing from last year's 40-year high, but that doesn't mean your grocery list is going to feel cheap.
It is still sticker shock. This year, over last year, prices are up about 2.4%, but that's on top of the 11.4% from the year before that.
That means some of the staple items like ham and potatoes are going to be more expensive. They're up 7 and 2.7% respectively, ham costing $5.88 a pound, potatoes $1.05. But eggs cost a little less right now, $2.07 on average, down 28.8% from last year. And there is good news for the star of the Thanksgiving show. Turkey is now $1.27 a pound. That's a 22% decrease from last year, thanks in part to a big decrease in avian flu, and thus more turkeys being produced.
Last year, bird flu caused panic with over 60 million birds having to be culled. Now, so far, it's only hit about 180,000 birds. So it could be that turkey is going to be less expensive this year than in previous years.
And some retailers are already promising to try to help out a bit this year. Aldi says they'll be slashing prices up to 50% on a list of 70 Thanksgiving items like gravy, cranberries, and pumpkin pie. And Walmart announced it's removing inflation this year, offering ready-to-bake or from-scratch Thanksgiving meal options at prices lower than 2022. Experts say if you want to maximize your dollar, now is a good time to buy the things that won't spoil. Also, consider generic brands and keep your eyes open for new sales.
What do you think about this, Sydney?
I think that people should get their stuff early for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because every time people wait for the last minute, it's a whole crazy outrage in the stores. So if people get everything early, everybody would be at ease before the holiday.
Yeah. I feel like I think people should prepare for the worst, and I will get like my things and sporadically, like not all at once, so I won't have to spend all the money at once. That's what I think. And like they said, you should get generic brands, and in the end, it's all going down the same way. It's all going to taste the same, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm glad that turkeys are going to be cheaper than there was last year. Do you eat turkey?
I'm more of a ham type of girl.
Okay. Yeah, ham is more expensive, so that's that. All right, so Louisiana, super fog causes 500 cars accidents and 7 deaths. We have audio about that from NBC News.
Authorities in Louisiana working around the clock to clear a massive wreckage field following a deadly pileup on a busy stretch of highway just outside New Orleans.
This is still a very fluid situation.
Overnight, police confirming at least 7 people died and dozens more were injured after at least 158 vehicles were involved in the devastating crash during Monday's morning commute. Louisiana State Police say morning fog and smoke from nearby wildfires combined to create a super fog, limiting visibility for motorists on I-55.
It spans about a mile's distance and is broken down into several other crashes.
These shocking images from above showing a mass of mangled vehicles below. Emergency crews responding to the horrific scene, involving multiple 18-wheelers engulfed in flames. The pileup shutting down the interstate in both directions and stranding some motorists for hours.
I'm still shaking. Like,
Speaking from a nearby hospital, Clarencia Reedus says she was driving for 12 miles on I-55 before visibility became an issue.
We've seen some people on the other side waving their hands and letting us know to stop.
As Reedus and her wife Lisa waited until it was safe to exit their car.
We were hit from the back. Then we see another car on the left-hand side hit us. Then they had another car in the back of us hit us. And for 30 minutes, all you can hear is just booms everywhere from both sides.
Clarencia and Lisa, who were both injured, now thinking of others as they begin to heal.
Some people is going to have to live with this the rest of their life. The only thing that people can actually do right now is to pray for those people.
Yeah, that's devastating. You know, that's dangerous. I send my prayers and thoughts to, you know, people in Louisiana. 7 people have died, and that's dangerous. Imagine you're going down the highway and everybody's just car accident after car accident after car accident, and you can't even see because it's all that fog. Right, Cindy?
Yeah, like, that's crazy. I don't know what I would do in that moment. Just praying for them and their families.
Yeah, because that is really sad. We send our condolences to everybody who has passed away and to the families who have lost their loved ones. All right, up next we got that hot report. What we got in the hot report, Sydney?
So we have Jay-Z recently weighed in on the popular online debate and says take the $500,000 cash instead of the lunch with him.
Got you. I'm excited for that conversation. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. What's going on, Sydney? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right. Enough of that. It's time for the hot report. Here we go. Let's go. I get paid to talk about you, not talk to you.
From pop culture to news at NCCU, this is the Hot Report.
If I want to talk about you, if I feel like you're not doing your job, I'm going to talk about it, whether you like it or not.
On What's Hot.
Jay-Z recently weighed in on the popular online debate and says take the $500,000 cash instead of the lunch with him. Jay-Z weighed in on the popular online debate and suggested folks take the $500 cash as opposed to lunch with him because everything he would say at lunch is already in his music.
All right, we got audio from he did an interview with Gayle King on CBS Morning. Here it is.
There's something interesting online, Jay. I'd love to hear what you think about this. If you had a choice between getting paid $500,000 in cash or lunch with Jay-Z, which would you choose?
You gotta take the money. What I'm gonna say? Yeah, I mean everything that I'm gonna say.
No, only because people say, of course you take lunch with Jay-Z because the wisdom that you would get from him would be so beneficial to you. There would only be a matter. You would take the money.
Yeah, because you got all that in the music for $10.99. That's a bad deal. I wouldn't tell you to cut a bad deal. Like
I don't
take
know.
the $500,000, go buy some albums and listen to the albums. It's all there. If you piece it together and really listen to the music for the words for what it is, it's all there. Everything that I said was gonna happen. Everything that I said I wanted to do, I've done. And there's the blueprint. The blueprint, literally, to me and my life and my journey is there already.
Yeah, I definitely would have took the money, and did what he said was buy the music that he's been talking about. Because everything that Jay-Z said, especially in the album 444, his latest album, which is like 7 years ago that he made, it talks about some real man stuff. It really teaches you how to build financial wealth, how to be wealthy, create generational wealth, how to art, how to buy art. It's all Jay-Z. That's why they call him the GOAT, because he is really like that. What you got? What's your take on this, Sydney?
I'm taking the $500,000 cash.
Yep, absolutely.
Regardless of what celebrity it is.
So if it was Beyonce,
I'm still taking the cash.
Obama,
I'm still taking the cash.
Jesus himself.
Okay, that's Jesus.
All right, what else do we got in the hot report?
So Rihanna has reportedly been secretly planning $38 million musical comeback with mega world tour and 2 new albums. Reportedly, amid a nearly 7-year hiatus from the music industry, Rihanna has been secretly planning a huge $38 million musical comeback with a big world tour and 2 new albums. According to Mirror, Riri has not only been spending quality time with her 2 baby boys, RZA and Riot Rose, and boyfriend ASAP Rocky, but she's also been secretly working on new music and planning this massive comeback into 2 new albums and a mega world tour.
Props to Rihanna. It's been a minute. The thing is, Rihanna doesn't even need to drop albums for her to go on tour. She has a big catalog, and we saw that in the Super Bowl. She has a big enough catalog just to go around the world tour. She could sell out stadiums. Well, yeah, she probably could sell out stadiums if she wanted to. Definitely would sell out arenas around the world. Because she's Rihanna. She has a good catalog. She doesn't need to make music, but I would definitely go to the Rihanna concert. I know you love Rihanna, Sydney.
Yes, I look up to her. I would go to a concert of hers any day, but I don't think she's coming back for real.
Well, she did sign a deal with Live Nation, so I think it is in the works. So
then I believe it.
Yeah. This is definitely a true story. All right, what else have we got in the hot report?
So Tyler Perry reportedly has no interest in acquiring BET if the network is put for sale again. While the world prematurely celebrated Tyler Perry's acquisition of Paramount's BET, Perry says he was disappointed in how the bidding process was handled. According to the Shade Room, Perry spoke about the bidding process during a Bloomberg Equality Summit in Atlanta, saying it was disrespectful. I was disappointed about it for a number of reasons. The way it happened was disrespectful in a lot of ways, Perry reportedly said.
Yeah, if you actually knew the story, Paramount constantly at first they were trying to sell BET for $4 billion. He was gonna have half equity with Diddy,
right?
But they moved the barrier and made it to $8 million. Then he said, "Oh, I'm out," because like you said, it's disrespectful. You're wasting his time, his energy. But I feel like a black entertainment network, television network, should be owned by a black person, and who doesn't like Tyler Perry? And what he has done for entertainment and the culture and the content that he puts out. I know he owns part of BET Plus. He puts a lot of content out there with his shows, and I'm a big Tyler Perry show fan. I like The Oval. The Oval comes on tonight, and then Sisters. Well, I think I missed The Oval. That came on yesterday. Oh, well. And then Sisters comes on tonight. He has a lot of great shows, a lot of great content. And this is, like he said, is how the media industry is. But he doesn't need to be an owner. He already has that Black Hollywood in Atlanta, that studio that he owns. So props to Tyler Perry for standing his ground. What you got on this, Sydney?
I feel like Tyler Perry will always be Tyler Perry. So he doesn't really need BET, but I just want them to actually come together and get BET, because BET should be owned by black people.
Absolutely. No, that's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, that was the hot report. Coming up, we got the hot mix of the day at the top of the hour, and later in the show, we got Sin the Barber, who is an entrepreneur here on campus, and my personal barber actually too. It's what's hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back. Don't go away. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building, and we got a special guest in the building. We got Sin the Barber in the building, entrepreneur, barber, award-winning barber here at NCCU. He just won an award at the RHA Awards last night for Best Barber on campus. What's going on, Sin?
Man, nothing much, man. Really just living, working, doing school.
So, first of all, congratulations on your award yesterday. It was really well-deserved. You have, I think, every time someone has said I got a haircut, I said, "Oh, well, you get your haircut." Everybody says you. Everybody says you. So talk about, first of all, what made you want to start cutting hair?
Shoot. Well, my pops, he owns a few barbershops in Pittsburgh. He owns 5 barbershops. So really, he really put it in me for real.
All right. So talk about your how do you start? Like you started cutting hair, you just didn't say, "Oh, here's a razor. I just start cutting hair." What did he teach you? Did he show you the way? How did that go?
Well, the way I started cutting hair was a little different than other people. Like most people, they started by cutting themselves. My pops told me to find somebody that don't care about what they cut look like, and he walked me through my first entire haircut, everything.
Okay, that's good. So what you're from up north? You're from Pittsburgh. That's the East Coast. I'm around there, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Talk about how that culture is, in that market of like cutting hair and cutting people's hair.
Well, comparing it to down here, I would say it's a lot different, just because the trends of hairstyles down here is different. There's
a lot more dreadheads down here.
Yeah, definitely, and just the shop locations in Pittsburgh, it's like barbershops are like a family thing. As far as I've seen since I've been at Central or in North Carolina in general, I haven't seen a barbershop yet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like it's not, and I see North Carolina is very spaced out, so you can't just walk to a barbershop like how we do back home.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So it's definitely different down here.
You got any questions, Sydney?
No, not yet.
Okay. Talk about when you got here. First of all, why did you choose Central?
Man, I chose Central because my sister graduated from here.
Oh, she's an alumni. That's good. Okay, so you wanted to follow the legacy.
Yeah, and plus I didn't really know what school I wanted to go to.
Okay.
So I had good grades in school.
Okay.
I was like top 10 in my class. I just couldn't figure out what school I wanted to go to. So my sister said, come down here. People's nice. The school's nice. So I came.
That's good. Talk about the culture. The culture, how I know you talked about the barber culture, but the culture of like the environment and how people act and how people talk and the food and talk about that culture.
Down here?
Yes.
Nah,
compared to Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
Shoot, everything down here been great just because I can't really say the culture down here is North Carolina's culture. A lot of it's college culture, so there's people from everywhere. But it's been great. People's been cool. Everybody's been respectful to me, my work environment.
All right.
It's really been good.
So, talk about how did you start cutting hair? How did you get your name out there once you got stepped on this campus?
Man, that was a big thing for me too. So I wouldn't say I manifested it, but I did do a lot of stuff prior to getting down here.
Okay.
Like I would do so you know about how every year there's a class page.
Yes.
So I posted myself in there, and that was really it until I came to SOAR. I went on the stage, I introduced myself as Sincere and also the barber. And then when I got back home, I posted my barber stuff on the Central page. And then every man that follows that page, I followed them. Wow. Just so they could click on my profile and see that I'm a barber. Yeah. And they follow me back. So it was like, I destroyed my ratio, but I built a lot of clientele just doing that.
So social media is like the way how you got your clients. And
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Social media, and then when I came down here, it was a lot of word of mouth.
Got any questions, Sydney?
So how do you balance being an entrepreneur and a student at the same time?
Well, I don't work as much as I used to, so it was hard for me when I first got down here because back home I was a full-time barber. Then I came down here, and I was still trying to be a full-time barber, which didn't work.
Yeah.
So now I really only work 4 days out of the week, sometimes 3, and I try to give myself like at least on the days I'm not working at least 7 hours to study or do schoolwork. So I had to find that balance.
What's your major again?
Chemistry.
Oh, so why not business administration to carry on? Like, so you want this barber thing to be a side hustle, or you want it to be like to be your full time once you get out of college? Like, how are you gonna do this after you graduate?
So with barbering, I wouldn't say it's a side hustle because it's my full time job right now. It's a full time job right now. It's a backup for the future if plans don't work out.
Okay.
And it's I wouldn't consider it a side hustle because even if my full plans work out, this wouldn't even be a side hustle I'll consider doing.
And I remember you were telling me that you would never own a barbershop. Can you explain why?
Oh, down here?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been driving, like, I've drove, all I see is a bunch of interstates, highways. North Carolina just looks like a bunch of roads. And I just see big businesses. I don't see no no like mom and pop shops anywhere. I have yet to see any. Like y'all can recommend me some, but I've heard of AJ's right down the street.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people go to him, but I haven't been there yet. But that's about it. In the Durham area, Raleigh area, that's all I've heard of.
Okay. What's next for your business? I know you do hats and stuff also, right? You do clothing, right?
No, that's a brand.
Oh.
That's actually a brand I just picked up on the way here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone was selling clothes. I want to, you know what I mean?
Support. Okay.
Support, definitely. But I do wholesaling.
Okay.
I do a lot of wholesaling. I have a course up on my IG with my partner Salil. He's back home. If you go to my link on my Instagram, you'll find everything. I have videos and you know what I'm saying, we got a lot going on with that.
Do you plan, so chemistry, what are you going to do with that major? What do you want to do when you get out of here?
I plan to be an orthodontist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You
Okay.
see, I got the braces now,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's really the end goal for me.
Okay. Orthodontist, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, Sincere, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on What's Up. Coming up, we got the hot question of the day, and the question is, should you post your partner on social media? You guys get to weigh in. It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. We shall be back. It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. We appreciate Sydney the Barber for coming on. Sincere. You had some great conversation with him, right, Sydney?
Yes.
All right. It's time for that hot question of the day. All right. So recently, I put out a poll on Instagram, right? On my Instagram page at Shimei Cook TV. And the question came from Lala Anthony. And she was saying that on her Instagram, she was saying that, should you post your partner on social media? I'm going to let Lala speak for herself. Here's the audio.
Should you post your partner on social media? That was a topic that came up at a dinner I was at, and everybody had different opinions on it. Like, so if you're in a relationship with somebody, should you post them on social media? A lot of guys was like, nah, I'm not going to post my girl on social media. I don't want everybody in my business. I don't want people to know that. But then the females at the table were saying that the only reason guys don't want to post them is because they don't want other girls to know they're in a relationship. This way, if you don't post your partner, you could still be out there doing your thing.
All right, Sydney, before I say the results, who do you think should you post your partner or should you not?
I don't think you should post your partner. I think your relationship with someone else is private.
Okay. Why?
Why? Because it's private. What happens between you and that person should happen between you and that person. The whole internet and social media should not know what y'all have going on.
Okay, I got you. So, according to the poll on should you post your partner on social media, 56% of the people said yes, and 44% of the people said no. And I think over 80 people voted. So, I think it's okay. I think it's time and a place. I feel like in the time frame matters also, because if you're just dating for like 2 weeks, I'm not gonna post you. That's not my ministry. I'm sorry. now, if we've been together for, let's say, 4-6 months, yes, I'll post you. But it's people are different. I'm not that type of person to post my personal life, because that's, like you said, that's nobody's business, Sydney. So, but this is a good question. I feel like some people post it just to make other people jealous. That's another one. And another thing is, I feel like people just have always want something to prove on social media. Like you said, yeah. So, you about to say something, Sydney?
I think for me, if I'm gonna post anyone, I'm gonna do like how Issa Rae did. She ain't post her husband till they was married. I think, what am I posting someone for if it's temporary?
Oh, okay. So 6 months is not a good time frame for you?
No, maybe a close friend snippet of the outfit.
Yeah, close friends.
That's different.
That's different. Okay,
but
that's fair.
The main story is not seeing who I talked to for a couple years.
Oh.
The face.
Well, when I was in a relationship maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I never posted the girl's face Yeah, I never posted the female, her face. Yeah.
Shimei low key out here, y'all.
I am low key because it's nobody's business.
I don't think it is either.
It's nobody's business. Like even like with the Will Smith and Jada situation, I don't think that's.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's nobody's business. Like I just feel like people should just live their personal life. Now, if you're a celebrity, I ain't a celebrity, so but I'm very well known in a way, allegedly.
Period.
Yeah, but but I feel like if you're a celebrity, you signed up. And when you
for people to be in your business,
yes, you sign up for that. Like you should know. But like for regular everyday people, that's
I really don't care to know. I want to know about positive information, people that have good things going on in their life. I don't care about Ricky and Susan going together.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Well, I think some people look at it as inspiration too, because you can look at it that way for like if you're in a relationship, that can be a way of good positivity, because you see healthy black love, because we don't see a lot of, especially on the Zeus network, we see a lot of people.
Yes, but I think you can just go and see healthy, positive relationships on a regular day-to-day basis.
That's true.
Instead of just looking on social media.
We love black love. But with social media, especially for our generation, that's what we get all our information from.
That is true.
So my mother said if I wanted to hide something, I could put it in the book. Our generation don't put nothing, we don't read books. So when we want information, we go to social media. So
ain't nobody gonna find no information on me.
Yeah, well, allegedly. Well, so it's time for your opinion. We want to hear what you guys think. Call us up 919-579-2444. That is the number. Call us up. Your opinion is next. It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. What's going on, Sydney?
Nothing.
Right.
Just living.
Blessed, black, and highly favored. All right, we got a caller on the line for the hot question of the day. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Armani.
Hi, Armani. What's your take on this question?
Could you repeat the question, please?
The question is, who should you post your partner on social media?
I think, me personally, I would probably wait to post my partner on social media just for the simple fact that I would rather everybody know I'm in a serious relationship and everything like that.
Okay.
So I would probably wait maybe like a year or two. I wouldn't just straight up post them like, after 2 months or anything.
Got you. So your time.
But it shouldn't be a problem, though, if somebody decides not to post their partner, because a lot of people are private.
Yeah. Yes. And people, and I feel like that should be an expectation in relationships, though. Right?
Privacy?
Yeah, privacy. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. You could be just a caller just like her. You could call us up. 919-579-2444 is the number. Your opinion, more opinions are next. Is What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I'm my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. And then we got a caller on the line for their for this opinion on this question on should you post your partner on social media. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jaden.
Hey, Jaden, what's going on?
Nothing much. What are y'all doing?
We're on air. We're on air. We got 15 more minutes.
Period. I love to hear it.
What's your take on this? On this question, on the hot question.
That if you post everything on social media, then why would you not post your girlfriend or your boyfriend?
That's a good question.
I also feel like if you don't post that much, well, then that's fine. You don't have to post them. But if you wake up every morning and you posting your money and you posting motivation and you get into this and you doing that and you want the world to be great, I think you should post your great spouse.
She has a good point, Sydney, doesn't she?
I agree with Jaden.
Yeah.
She's right on the money with this one.
She is.
Thank you.
But okay, so what do you have to say about to people who like want their lifestyle, like maybe when they want to post certain things, like their work and their what they make, but they want to have their personal life private. What do you say to that?
I think that's nonsense, because here's the thing. There's no way you're on social media and you're private. I'm sorry. Your account can be private.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
It's
you
social
can learn so much from somebody's Instagram page that you're just making excuses not to post your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
You think they're trying to hide something though?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for calling in, Jaden. You
Of course.
That you made some great points. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too. All right, thank you so much for all the callers. Sydney, that was a good topic of the day. Listen, if you want to be a caller next time, call us up, 919-579-2444. Up next is my quote of the day. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We shall be back after this. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Sydney Johnson in the building. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Sydney, today. I greatly appreciate it today.
No, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
You know, and well, first of all, tell everybody your business, all your stuff and your social media and all that stuff so they can follow you.
Okay, follow me on Instagram at SYD_LACOUTORE. Sid Locouture. I make custom jeans and I'm dropping all my Hoko looks next week. So stay tuned. And yeah.
All right. Thank you so much once again, Sydney, for coming to the show. All right, it's time for my quote of the day. It comes from our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in other people's life. We appreciate you so much for listening and watching or tuning in to whatever you do. Thanks so much to Sin the Barber for coming on the show, and we'll see you guys next time. The action never stops. Bye-bye.
AudioNet, Campus Access Radio News.
Can't stay dark for long. I know you're gonna let me shine.
The news is your news.